for joining me for this Heart Chakra focused yoga practice. This will be roughly 20 minutes, give or take, of poses to help open the heart. So the Heart Chakra really focuses on heart, lungs, as far as the body goes. Good scents for this, or smells, if you're into essential oils, would be rose, lavender, jasmine, all those nice floral scents. And food, actually the Heart Chakra color is green. You'd think it might be red, but it's green. So good foods are salad, like spinach, kale, if you like that kind of thing. Celery, kiwi, green apple, lime, green peppers, and green tea to drink. So keep all of those things in mind if you're wanting a more open heart, especially as we go into February. But this practice is really going to open up your heart. It's also good for commuters. So if you've always got rounded shoulders, this really opens up the chest, which helps. So focusing on the heart chakra is really good for relationships, not just relationships, romantic relationships, but also relationships with your friends, your coworkers, your family, and with yourself. So having a balanced heart chakra really allows you to give and receive love more easily and to be more accepting of compliments and also more giving with compliments. So focus on your heart chakra this week if you can. Try and see where in your life you might need a little bit more love, and we will go ahead and get started. Take a seat in easy pose, simple cross-legged pose here. Put your hands, palms down on the knees. Breathe in, reach tall through the crown of the head, and exhale your shoulders down and back, really melting the shoulder blades down there. Close your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. Drop your chin to your chest. And set your intention for your practice today as really keeping your heart open, allowing more love to come in. Good. Hands back to the knees for a moment. Drop your chin all the way to your chest and slowly roll your left ear over to the left shoulder without lifting the shoulder. Eyes can be open or closed here. And draw the right ear over to the right shoulder. Swing through like this a couple of times, just loosening out the neck here. Last time. Good. Lift the chin. Bring the arms up overhead and drop the left palm to the left side. Reaching over to the left side with the right hand. Peeling the ribs open to look up under your right arm. And now we'll switch sides. Right hand goes to the floor. Reach over to the right with your left hand. Keeping your hips on the floor. Soft face. Now put your hands back on your knees and we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So exhale, round your back, chin to chest. Inhale, arch the back. Bring the shoulders back. Look up. Good. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Really rounding. Inhale. Great. Now reach your hands forward, slowly walking them in front of you. See if you can come down onto your elbows or all the way down onto your forehead here. Good, walk it back up and switch the cross of your legs, and we'll do the same thing. So just slowly walk it out and drop down. Good, and slowly walk back up to a seated position. We'll come into tabletop on all fours. Fingers are wide, hands are directly under the shoulder, shoulder width apart. Knees are under the hips, hip width apart. You can keep your toes tucked here because we're not going to be here for long. In just a moment, I want you to strengthen, put some weight into your hands, and we're going to be straightening the legs and lifting the pelvis up for down dog. So we'll go from tabletop and lift, down dog. Really push out of the shoulders here, lifting the pelvis toward the ceiling, and then slowly pedaling out the legs. You can have your knees bent as much as you need in this position. Good, now slowly walk your feet up to meet the hands, and we'll go into forward fold. Let the head hang heavy here. Inhale, come up halfway with a flat back. Hands go to the shins. Exhale, release back down. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, back down. Feel free to grab the opposite elbows here and kind of swing side to side. You can shake your head, yes and no. And now slowly come up to stand, keeping the knees bent. Rolling your way up. Breathe the shoulders up, down and back. Good, we'll come into mountain pose now. Feet are hip distance apart. Slight bend in the knees, very slight. Bring your arms up overhead. Clasp the hands together and lean to the left side. Really stick that right hip out, keeping the ribs peeled up, looking up under your arm. Back to center and to the right. Good, back to center. If you want a little bit more, you can cross the right foot over the left and lean to the left here. Good, now switch the cross. Lean to the right. Last time, we'll go to the left, keeping in mind as we do all of these poses today that we're really trying to open the chest here. Back to the center and last time to the right. Good. And we'll come into warrior two. Point the right toes out in front of you. The left foot goes back. You want the toes at a 45-degree angle. You can have your heels in line, or you can have your front heel in line with the back arch here. Bend the front knee. You want your knee in line with the ankle here. Hips should be open out to the sides, and extend your arms out to the sides, pushing away from the body through each fingertip. Look forward. You have the option here to take the back hand, the left hand, and bring it around, if you can see me here, for a bound pose. We're gonna, whether you're bound or not, go ahead and flip the front hand, reverse warrior. And now come forward. You can either keep it bound and bring your hands straight down like this and really open, or if it was not comfortable for you to bind your hand, drop down on your forearm here and extend that left arm overhead. Great, we'll do the same thing on the other side now. So turn your right toes forward, left toes out, 45-degree on the right toes here. Bend the left knee, arms go out to the sides. Remember the hips are out to the sides here as well. Bind that arm now if you did before. And you may be able to bind on one side and not the other, and that's fine. Flip the front hand, go back to reverse warrior. And extended side angle, so you can either keep it bound or you can come down onto the forearm. Good, come back to stand. Point the toes both out forward but at a 45-degree angle. A little bit wider than hip width apart, and bend the knees. Please sit into this. We're going to go into goddess here. So tuck that pelvis forward, straight back here, and hands to heart center. Taking a moment to just position yourself here. Knees should be in line with the toes. Now bring your hands to your knees, or just above your knees, and we're going to twist to the right. Look up over that right shoulder, and then come through center and twist to the left. Good, to the right, and the left. One more time each side, go to the right, and the left. Good. Bring the feet a little closer together, and we'll go into a squat for garland pose. So just bring it down, hands to heart center, but put your elbows inside your knees and push your knees outward, keeping your sit bones lifted off the floor here. Great, and we'll come down and do cat-cow now. So start in tabletop on all fours like before. And just as we did when we were seated, you're going to exhale, round the back, tuck the pelvis towards the ribs, chin to chest. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, lengthen through the front of the neck. 2 more times. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Great. We're going to lift into down dog again, so tuck the toes and push up. Feel free to take a moment to pedal it out here if you like. And swing forward. We're going to go into a high plank. And slowly come down. You can come to your knees first if that's more comfortable. And come all the way down onto the stomach. Put the tops of your feet on the floor. Engage the thighs to lift the kneecaps up off the floor. Pelvis is in the ground. Hands are by the shoulders and push up into up dog. Lifting out of the shoulders here. Come down. And we'll go into locust pose. So bring your hands to the sides, palms facing up. You can do different modifications of this. So you can just lift the arms if you want. You can just lift the legs, or you can lift both. You can put the arms straight in front of you if you prefer, or you can bind the arms, interlacing the fingers, really getting a good opening here. Good, relax. And just rest for a moment, laying on your right ear. Bring your hands out to your sides. Bend your right elbow. Put the palm by the shoulder and push as you bring your right foot over your left. So we're doing a twist here. Really opening that left shoulder. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So right arm is straight out now. Take the left hand, push, and kick that left leg over. Great. Come into child's pose. Knees are wide, toes are together. Reach the arms out in front of you and rest your forehead down. To your knees here, and we'll do a camel pose. If you can do full camel, that's fine. Otherwise, do one of the modified versions I'm going to show you. So you can start by just putting your hands on your lower back and doing a supported camel here. So you're pushing your hands against your hips here, pushing the pelvis out in front of you. Shoulders are down and back, and you're going to go into a back bend. You want the front legs to stay straight here. So the thighs should be straight. You can have your toes tucked for more stability if you'd like. Another option is to go into a half camel, so you can take your left hand to your left heel and bring the right arm up and over. And if you do that, you can do it on the other side as well. Right hand to right heel, left arm up and over. Great. All right, we'll go ahead and get into reverse tabletop. So you're sitting with your knees bent, have your feet in front of you, hip width apart. Hands go behind you with the fingertips pointing towards the feet. And you're going to lift the pelvis, really push out of the shoulders to open the chest. Engage the thighs here. Engage the thighs more than the glutes actually. Good, and come down. I'm going to come onto our backs, hug the knees. Bring the hands out to the sides. Drop your knees over to the left side and gaze to the right. Good, inhale the legs up and bring them over to the right side, gazing over to the left. Back to center, legs go straight out. Arms down by the sides, palms facing up. Let your toes drop out to the sides. Close your eyes. Shoulder blades should be flat against the mat here. Just take a moment to check in with your body. Breathe into the chest. Feel how open it is. Think about some ways that you can invite more love into your life or spread love. Maybe go visit a friend or a relative you haven't seen in a while. Surprise someone with flowers. Splurge on yourself. Self-love is important too. Take as long as you need in Shavasana here. When you're ready, bend the knees. Drop them over to one side. And make your way into a seated position. Close your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart center. Thank yourself for practicing today, for being open to the idea of a balanced heart chakra, for allowing yourself to love and be loved. Namaste.